Hello everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft Through the Ages. This is the Minecraft Let's Play series where we update this Minecraft world from the very first version of Minecraft all the way up to the more modern versions of the game. We are currently in Minecraft Indev, and if you don't know what that stands for Minecraft in development. These versions that we're currently in were released in 2010, so very old build. Now, today I want to take the episode to just sit back, relax, play some survival, do more some just building and surviving in the certain section of the poly world. Now, if you're new to this series and you don't know what this poly world is or what a poly world is, it is a combination of multiple Minecraft worlds in one. As you can see, there is some clear borders on this world. We have a floating world right there, a normal world right there, a flat world right there, some old terrain there, the very first terrain over there, classic world right there, floating hell world right there, there's a normal hell world further past that, and we have the area we're going to be playing in today over there. I wanted to start today's episode on the floating islands because I haven't been here in a while, and I just wanted to reminisce on this area because it's really cool and I haven't been here in a while. So it's gonna be in this little section, this long strip that we made or inserted last episode when we were filling out the poly world to its fullest. Now, the only bad thing about this long world is it's not to its full size. It's technically cut in half. It's technically goes 2 more, but couldn't fit that in the poly world. We did not have room. So this is just half a long world. What I plan on doing is I want to build a farm. I've already gotten started on some builds there. So I'm gonna head over there and show you what I've done so far. So now that I'm down here, I can kind of show off what I've done so far, and I've just kind of got a mining outpost set up so far. Now I have a hobbit hole I made at first, like over there, and then I built this path along to this spot, which is the mining outpost for this area, and this I'm just digging out for cobblestone for builds and stuff like that. And then in here, this is just gonna be like the outpost house, and I just have resources and stuff, basic things that I've gotten. And I gotta build a second floor, and then that's pretty much it, and this will be done. Or the roof, obviously. But I don't want this to be anything special, because the main focus is gonna be a farm, which I'm gonna be building over here. And I need to work on the terrain. The terrain is really messy over here and not fit for building. And in order to build the farm, we are going to be using a mod that lets you dye wool. So if I collect some wool from these sheep, I will show you. I found a mod for this Minecraft version, which all it does is add some more recipes. So it's a pretty basic mod, and it lets you dye wool. And sheepy, I need you. I think I need 3 more. Please give me 3. You gave me 1. All right. Oh, here we go. We got some sheep. Now, getting the amount of wool I'm gonna need for this project will be a little annoying, so I'm just gonna have to walk around aimlessly for a while, collect enough wool, and also collect wool while I'm accomplishing tasks and doing other things is what I've been doing for now. I haven't even gotten a stack yet. With this 19 wool, it might be a stack, but still, it's a very slow and tedious process getting all the wool I'm gonna need. I think just put this in here, and then we put a rose in the middle, and I should get 8 colored wool. Yes, legitimate survival, not 100% vanilla. It's kind of a vanilla plus mod, I'd say, which I don't want to use too many mods throughout this series, but I think some small vanilla plus mods throughout the series, like we're gonna have to use a mod to get to the Farlands once we get to Indev. So things like that, things like crafting wool colors, I think that's fine. I don't want like crazy new crafting recipes, but getting the wool colors I think is okay. I think that's justified. I really want this video to be more relaxed and less editing and just some long gameplay of me playing Minecraft. I really want this episode to be a just more relaxed video, longer gameplay, a longer video, more just segments of me talking about things and just try out kind of not a new style, just a more extended, longer video with more talking points throughout the video. I'd say, like right now, I'm just mining stone because I'm gonna need it, and I'm talking about some experimental things I'm gonna do in this video. But we're building a barn, a farmhouse, some crop fields, obviously the mine I'm working on, maybe a windmill, and I'm gonna try to build animal pens, but they'll be a little weird because you can't keep animals inside pens because of how the mobs work in these versions. They just kind of spawn and despawn as you're playing. I also don't want some big build kind of over my head, looming over my head, and just me dreading doing it, because that happened last episode. I was working on the desert and I was dreading starting the end project, and I never ended up finishing it. I'm gonna finish it at some point when I feel like starting it, but I just really don't want to finish it. So that happened to me and it discouraged me from playing for a little bit. I don't want that to happen again. I just want to play and enjoy myself. Also, I hate the durability in these versions. Holy crap, dude, that iron pickaxe is already gone. What a version we're playing in right now. And I don't think that gets changed till like beta, so we're stuck with these crappy durabilities for a while. Something I feel a little ashamed to mention in videos is my Discord server. If you guys want to be included in videos in the future, maybe I might start doing that. If you guys want to talk to me about recent videos, see sneak peeks for upcoming videos, or if I do a poll or something, you guys can see all that in my channel, my Discord channel. Also, if you guys want to see any more unique content in the future, please let me know. I want to start playing other games more like I used to. I don't think I want to do gameplay videos with my friends anymore, because I made those a couple years ago. I was with my friends and we were teenagers, and we kind of just made a bunch of really crappy jokes, and we thought it was the funniest thing in the world, and those videos really were not funny. They're just kind of a bunch of edgy jokes that we were like, oh, so funny, edgy joke. And I'm not proud of I'm proud of some of them, but then some of them I'm really not proud of. But then I'm proud of videos like when I would play Fears to Fathom. I think I did some more fun and unique edits for those. I also want to start playing more games. Like I have two Fears to Fathom. Wait, do I have two or one Fears to Fathoms to play? I don't know, but I want to play all of those on this channel because I've played 3 or 4 of them. I honestly can't remember. And then I want to play Sludge Life again, which I played a little bit. I want to play like weird little indie games like that. I don't want to play any crazy like chase the clout kind of game. I want to play weird little indie games on here because I think that fits my channel, and it kind of fits the vibe I'm trying to chase for my channel. And also maybe some more nostalgic games. Like I would be down to play more Left 4 Dead on here. I made 1 episode on it with my friends, and I think I would be okay with making more. I don't know what I was thinking of kind of a podcast type let's play, which sounds weird, but more like, I don't know if you guys ever watch Game Grumps or Only Plays, but like that style of video for things like Left 4 Dead, where it's just like me and my friends playing and we're just like kind of talking about life and catching up and stuff. So I might want to do that, but I also want to do something I really enjoy are like YouTubers like RT Game and Jacksepticeye, where they have like really long, like 4-hour video, and they complete a whole game in one video, which I might be leaning towards that, just so I think it's easier and harder at the same time, because you're just focusing on one video and you get it done, and then you, after like a long hard work, you finish one video and then you're just kind of done and over with it. Compared to making multiple episodes, like you'll eventually lose motivation to do it, and there's a chance I'll not make another episode. So that seems pretty fun to me. Obviously Minecraft is gonna have a lot of episodes because it's a lot of work making a Minecraft series, which sounds weird because you're just playing games, but I have a tough time. I have like builders I forget the term. It's builder something, where you just dread starting a project, or you're like afraid of it not looking good, and you just kind of sit and stare at the game, or you don't do anything. You play for like an hour or two, and then you're like, I've got nothing done. I've just done the most random task, like organize a random chest or walk around aimlessly. I do that a lot. It is a bad problem of mine. So if you are a little bit of a newer viewer to the series, you probably don't know this area because we don't really come here much anymore. But this was not the beginning of the poly world, but it was the first centerpiece in the poly world. This was the world that the poly world was based off of. I had other worlds from previous versions before this, but this was the first world, and then I added onto it, added the older areas from previous episodes onto. So this is kind of like the base of operations for the poly world. Like, I still consider this my main house, even if I barely come here anymore. Which, this house, it's so janky, and it's so 2010, and it's so just ugly, but good looking at the same time. I love it. I have a TV in here. I have some bookshelves. I have a way out to a farm out here. I have a blacksmith in here, a forgery in here. This was my storage room, which I eventually gave up on and started storing stuff right here for some reason. I don't know why I did that. This is like the forgery area when I put a bunch of armor and materials in here when they first got added. By the way, if you didn't know, let me make some chainmail armor real quick in case you're not too attuned to these versions. Yeah, chainmail armor. It's crafted with fire. It's pretty cool. And again, this was one of the many reasons why I cheated stuff in, just to make showcasing weird things easier. So yeah, but today, this episode, we're doing this. I think this is the only technically cheating thing we've done, but I've got it from a previous time when we played, so it's all right. We rock in the chainmail today, at least until it breaks. It's probably gonna break. And then this is a furnace room showcasing some lit furnaces, because technically these are two different blocks. This is a furnace and this is a lit furnace. And if you break a furnace while it's lit, it'll stay lit until you use it. But I'm in this area because I was mining in the area we were in today, the wide world, the wide section, and it wasn't going well. I wasn't really getting much resources. I also wasn't strip mining. I was just exploring caves, and it's just like, it wasn't going well. So I decided to come to my strip mine in this world, my main strip mine. There's a bunch of other ones, but this is the main one. And the way I made this, I just blew this up with TNT and built these cool walkways, and then eventually it flooded, so there's water below it. It looks kind of cool. I like this area. I mined in here, and I wasn't having much luck, and I was using more iron than I was getting, because that's just how the durability in this is in these versions. But you know what I forgot? That ore veins are massive. Look at all of this iron and coal I have. There was a lot more in here, and I'm about to go there to show you the ore veins. I ignored this coal because of how much I was getting. I have put some in the chest back over there. The veins sometimes just go, and they never stop. Like a lot of the time they just stop because of bedrock, or they reach dirt. That is the only reason they stop at times. Or they reach air, but even then they can still keep going past the air, and then they continue when it reaches stone again. It's the ore veins make no sense in these versions. Oh my, this whole thing. Okay, so you see like this and this and this and like this was all ore. It was all iron and coal, and I mined all of it. There's still more that I missed. But this is what I'm talking about when it stopped because of the dirt. It's only stopping right here because of the dirt. It goes on. You can get stacks and stacks and stacks just from one vein. These things are huge. And so, like, for a while, I was upset about the durability on tools. But after this, I realized it's like that because you get so much iron from underground. It makes no sense. I don't think there's diamonds here, because I think this was generated before diamonds were added to the game. So I would need to go to a more recent part of the poly world for diamonds. But iron wise, this area is loaded. I probably shouldn't have my mine here if there's no diamonds. I feel like that should be a side project for me, is build an actual big mine, like a big mine operation, the cool looking entrance. I might do that because this is really the only like big mine I have. I have some smaller strip mines from surviving a blank world episodes where like I would survive a themed world. I have a couple of those. I have made a very poor decision with my time management skills. I wanted to mark that this was here. So instead of doing a simple little fucking marker out here or a little staircase or something, I went to the ocean when I was mining up. So I was like, you know what? I'll build a marker. I'll build this fucking brick temple, which doesn't look that big, but it goes under the water, which building underwater was not the best. I used sponges. Eventually I remembered I had sponges, so I started using sponges, but a majority of it I did not use sponges for. And then bricks take forever to mine, so if you misplace it, you had to mine it underwater. Of course, I eventually remembered I had sponges, but I didn't remember till like the very end, of course. And it took me a very long time to do this. Brick pyramids, if you don't know, have a very big significance in these versions of Minecraft. If you don't know, I guess you'll just have to keep watching this series to find out, because when we update in a couple versions, we're actually gonna see where the brick pyramids come from. If you guys are interested, you gotta stay subscribed, keep watching the series, keep supporting it. You'll eventually see it. I don't know when we're gonna complete this poly world and move on to Indev, but it will happen eventually, mark my words, unless I die. Oh man, isn't she a beauty? Look at this house. That's a beautiful house. That's a Minecraft house if I've ever seen a Minecraft house. We got the basement, we got the upper cozy floor, we got all the best amount of supports you can make for Minecraft Indev, considering we only have full blocks and then half a slab, but only on the bottom, not on the top. It makes building so annoying. Should probably put wood there, actually. That looks a little funky. But besides that, wow. Look at this beautiful, yeah, I really did put wood there. Whoa, that does not look good. We got the beautiful upstairs, and we even have an attic up here where I don't know what I'm gonna do up here. I need more glass to fill this out, but this is beautiful. If you're wondering why I'm using glass, that's because lighting is really weird, and having the sky go in your house just lights it up so much more. So I need to grab some glass, fill this in. I need to decorate up here, put a bed up here, and put some wood out there on the spot where it looks a little funky. The decorations up here aren't top tier. All I did was place a bed. I have a crafting table with 2 furnaces. I couldn't get them to face out this way, so they're facing that way. Don't ask why. I just said it, actually. And then I have this wardrobe thing, shelf thing here has weird shadows. It's filled in, that's all that matters. And then up here I just have chests, because I don't know what else to do with the decorations, because we're very limited with this version on what we can do. But I have a bed, and the bed looks awesome, and that's all that matters in my humble opinion. Now that we are done with the house, we need to move on to the actual farm slash barn of today, which is gonna go over here, probably past the hobbit hole. Or maybe I just level out the whole hobbit hole. I need to flatten out an area to build this, which, realizing it, the hobbit hole is kind of right in the way. Let me look around and figure it out. Also, I need to punch these fucking sheep. Give me the goddamn wool. I might have to get rid of the hobbit hole, guys. It's gonna be sad. I don't want it to go. It can go. There's nothing in here. This is... yeah. I might just level out this whole thing, and... Yeah, we're gonna have to level this. Alright, we're gonna have to say goodbye to the hobbit hole, and I'm gonna get started on leveling this. This is gonna take a while. As I mine this dirt, I want to bring up another Minecraft YouTuber named Octavius, who made this world over here that we imported in the last episode, because I really like his videos. Actually, a little side tangent, I've watched them and put them on the background while I'm playing. He's a pretty entertaining dude. He makes really cool builds. Like, he's a really talented builder for the older versions of Minecraft. But I just want to talk about how I'm really upset actually that I put this in here. Like, this is probably the coolest looking build I've ever seen in Minecraft Indev. I wouldn't say Minecraft Alpha, but in Minecraft Indev, at least. That's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen someone do. And everything in the poly world I've done myself. I haven't downloaded it off anywhere. It's all world generation from other versions, and I've built on top of those. And I've done some stuff with MC Edit, and I made that pretty obvious because I'm cheating. And I want to make that clear to you guys that I use MC Edit to speed up builds sometimes, just so I can get these episodes out faster. But that had no involvement with me besides just placing it in here, and it really bothers me. So I think I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna remove it. But what I'm struggling with is deciding what to replace it with. Do I do my own version of I Beat Minecraft Indev? I could do that. That's a cool idea. But now I'm just copying someone, and I don't like the idea of that. I want to do my own thing and come up with my own idea for something. But I'm really out of ideas. I may brainstorm some things and I might come up with something. But if you guys have any ideas, even just the simplest idea, please comment it down below. The only thing would really want to do is continue the classic city and do more city builds. If you guys watched the episode where we revisited classic, I built this city over here with the Mender Sponge, the Spleef Tower, some apartment buildings, a motel, market area, some houses, and that hedge maze. It's a very Minecrafty city, and I might do that again. I think expanding the city might be the best thing for that area because I really like the city, and the brick wall and the different layers, it's just cool. And so maybe I'll come up with some ideas for more city builds, because I've seen some city builds on these versions, and you can make some pretty interesting looking cities using blocks you would never think to use, like sand and obsidian, and what else have I seen people use? When you use bricks, obviously, the different colored wool you can use to make cool roofs and colored buildings. So I might do that, honestly. I think that is the best bet for that area. I want to bring up another topic about this series. Not this series, it's my whole channel. I want to upload more. YouTube, honestly, it's a dream of mine, but I'm not committed to it at all, if you guys couldn't tell by my upload schedule. I'm really bad at committing to things. I don't upload nearly enough. I upload a couple times a year, which I wanted to get better at. I did not get better at doing that. And sadly and happily, I have some very important news, is that I'm joining the Navy. As the time of recording this, I'm leaving in about 11 days. I'm leaving April 9th. I'm leaving April 9th. And that means that I'm not going to upload for a while, which, again, you guys probably won't even notice it because I am so inconsistent. That doesn't mean the series is going away. I'm going to work on it in my free time. I will have free time in the military. Military is, once you're done with boot camp and basic training, it's just a normal 9 to 5. So I will have more time to do this in the future, and I will make more episodes in the future. I hope you guys know that. But I am joining the Navy, so I don't know what it's going to look like for a while. I don't know when I'm going to get my computer back. I got to bring it to wherever I'm living while I'm doing schooling. It's going to be a while, but I will keep updates posted in my Discord channel and probably post pictures of me in the Navy in there if you guys are curious on what I'm doing and my job and all that fun stuff. But if you guys are curious on me joining the Navy, you can talk to me more about it in my Discord or in the comments. Comment about it. Just, strike up a conversation if you're really interested. But, this series is not going away because I love this. This is such a big passion of mine, is doing YouTube, even if it doesn't look like it with how much I upload. It's gone. The Hobbit hole's gone. I know, you guys are so sad and so disappointed in me, but it's gone. Now we have this whole area to build a farm, some crop fields, some animal pens and whatever else we want. But before we do that, I gotta show you something that's right here. Show you a little something. The hobbit hole's not gone. It's under the dirt. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get rid of it. So it just goes like this now, and I'm gotta build an actual nicer path up there. But I have just my operations going on down here. So no need to worry, no need to fret about the hobbit hole being gone. I know you guys were so sad to see it gone, but it is still here. And so my current ideas is the barn's gonna go somewhere right here, and then have crop fields like along here is kind of the thought. I gotta kind of figure out what I'm doing. So I have some ideas for the barn. We're gonna be using red wool, obviously. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this a good barn size? Let's see. And then I want an extension coming out right here, holding some animals. So the barn looking like this. And then I want supports. So this will be the wool, and I want supports covering it. Like this. I don't know how often I want these, probably every 4 blocks, something like that. Sheep, I swear, I'm trying to build here. Trying to lay out, I know it's dirt. I'm not building a building out of dirt. I know, you know what? Get out of here. Judging my building. I'm planning, I'm not building. I'm figuring out what I want to do first. Jeez, some people just don't understand. Alright. And then obviously we'll have big barn doors. Ooh, I should make it 2 more so I can have supports along. I should make it 2 wider so I can have supports like this on the edges. Yes. I will make it wider. So the entrance will be 4 blocks. We'll have red wool showing here. Is 2 blocks enough? I don't want to make it bigger. I want to keep it the size it is. I think this is a good size. I don't want to go any bigger. Can you please? You guys gotta stop. You guys are making me nervous. You're judging me. You're watching me build, and I don't like it. And then I want an overhang coming right here somewhere, and like a fenced-in area for some animals. And we'll just have a little pen right there for some animals. Maybe an overhang. And I think that'll be good. And the rest of this will be crop fields. I think this looks good for a barn. This is a good layout. It's not too much, not too little. It's kind of what I was hoping for. So this is really painful to do, because with every 8 wool, that's 1 less flower in the polyworld permanently, because obviously there's no way to get them back unless I cheat them in, which I haven't actually done before, because they're just readily available. But this is a big use of the flowers. I was gathering some. I gathered some from here, and then I was like, I want flowers here, so I grabbed some from over there because there's just giant flower patches. But I tried to sparsely take some in random patches, take half a patch. Just tried to make it so there's still flowers out and about in the poly world. So the start of the barn we got going on. I was thinking of maybe having cobblestone and then going to red wool, which I might do depending on how much red wool I have and if I need to save some, or if I just think it would look better having a bottom block and then going to red wool. I think it's fine though. I'm gonna go up a couple blocks and see how it feels, and I'm probably gonna use smooth stone slabs for roofs and cobblestone for the roof. I think that would be a good combination, good contrast, or maybe just smooth stone and logs. But I don't know. I feel like it would look better. I mean, actually, the roofs matching might make it look pretty good, because that's supposed to be the farmhouse and this is supposed to be the barn where all the farming related stuff is stored and the animals are during the winter. So I mean, it might work actually, because it was made by the same person, whoever owns this farm, which technically is me because I'm building it. But you know, maybe I'll sell it for lots of diamonds, because I have 0 diamonds. I'm currently own 0 because I don't go mining here because I'm a doofus. I should probably use the quarry over there and mine there more, but no, I've been using other parts of the poly world for some reason. I don't know, guys. I make weird choices. I just like the mine I have in the main area, and it gives me an excuse to go back, I think is the biggest thing, because I really like that area and I like going back there. I think, honestly, that's probably the main reason, is I just like going back there. I'm already out of red wool. Oh, now I can go and get some more. Make some more, lose some more flowers. Such a tragedy. But this barn's gonna look great. We're gonna have a red barn in Minecraft Indev, which is insane because, hey, I guess it's not that insane. Technically, if I would have done it legitimately, I could have just built it in Classic because I have all those blocks in the Classic versions. Pig, don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me for modding my game. All right, I already use MC Edit. It's okay. They're judging me for saying that too. Yeah, I can see it in their face. For the most part, the barn is done. Obviously, this part. Besides that, it's looking pretty nice. Is the interior done? I mean, I gotta build some cross beams, but besides that, yeah, looks pretty nice in here. We have 2 windows. We have this roof, which I rethought of 2 or 3 times and tried out different stuff, and I landed on this. I wanted the roof to be a little different. I didn't want it to be like this, but then this ended up being the nicest looking thing. It kind of looks weird from up here, but it looks good from down below. Which one's more important? I don't know. I mean, maybe I could put some here. Put more in here so you don't see the wood. I don't know. I don't know. It looks good from the ground though. I mean, how often am I up looking at the top of the barn? I mean, I guess it's something a little bit more interesting. You can see something to look at. Now I need to build these pens, which there's not a pretty way to build pens in these versions, just because of this is the only decent looking fence I've come up with throughout my whole time playing these versions. This is the best looking fence I've come up with. Or you just do a full block fence. There's not much you can do, just because of the way these versions only have the bottom block of a slab. Not even it would be better if it was the top. You could put it on the top, but you can't. You really can't. And it's a little disappointing, but this is the best we got. Here we go. And you know what? It's so weird. I've got an idea on how to make it look like we have animals in here. I don't know if you guys can guess what I'm about to do, but you guys can give it a shot. Just give a little guess on what I'm about to do to make it look like we have animals in here. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna look so good, guys. Trust me. Trust me. I gotta go get some supplies. Guys, I've just gotten the delivery of my new animals. They're in here. And are you guys ready to see them? I got the place all ready for them. Here they are. Look at my pigs. These are my pigs. This is George. This is Samantha. This is Penny. This is Lucky. And this is John. Those are the pigs. My piggies. This is the best I could do. Does it make a lot of sense? I mean, kind of. Do they look like pigs? No. If I had signs, I could make them look like pigs, but we don't get signs for a while. I don't have anything. I could put slabs on them, but then that would look weird at the fence and just, yeah, no. This is the best we can get for our piggy pigs. The only other thing I could think of is put a cog, just so they look more animated, but a cog would be weird. I don't think a cog would work out. I think that'd be horrifying, actually. That'd be like a weird mechanical robot pig. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm not gonna do that, but this barn's looking awesome. I still got some more stuff to do. I want to build an attic floor, like another a floor, and have storage up there and just like chests. And I gotta build all the hay fields. But wow, this barn, it's looking pretty good. At first, I wasn't really too happy with the roof, but I think the roof's pretty cool. It's a design. I like it. So, I got a little carried away. I got a little bit of a builder's fever, you could say. And I started building, and I didn't stop building until this area was done. this area is done. I built everything I had on my list to build. And so we're just going to go through the whole thing from the start again because the whole place is done. I ran out of things to build here. I checked everything off of my list. I even added some stuff I didn't plan on building. So we're just going to start from the very beginning and tour this area because the farm's complete. We have the first house. We have the farmer's house. I tried to go for an 1800s kind of farm vibe. And this is the farmhouse, and I think I portrayed that vibe pretty well. Base working area, all my storage in here, crafting station right here, furnaces right here. And then if you go up the stairs, we have a wardrobe, some more crafting tables, whatever this is supposed to be, bed, big bed, in the attic with storage. You know what I just realized is that there's paintings in this version, guys. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, so as we do this tour, we're going to be adding paintings to wherever we can, just as the finishing touches to these areas. So as we go through here, we're going to be adding a couple paintings. Up next, well, I don't know how I forgot we had paintings. Anyways, next up is the mine. And, you know, you may think it's not so interesting, but the mine, I've doubled it in size, and I added this cool glass bottom when I reached the bottom, because I wanted to look into the void. I want to push you into the void. You know what? Why are you here? Get out of here. So, yeah, the mine's been doubled in size just because I needed cobblestone for builds and stuff, and then started a strip mine this way, which goes all the way to the edge of the world. I also started playing on a lower fog distance because it makes me feel more secluded to this area, and like I kind of forget about the rest of the poly world. Like, sure, I see some landmarks in the distance, but it's kind of like more in an isolated area, and you know, you're supposed to play with the fog. The fog is a big part of Minecraft, and I feel like you need to play with it sometimes. So I made this area more forested because I thought it fit, and I have this path leading over there, this path leading over here, and this path leading over here. Obviously, that leads up to the barn. We're going to go there later. We're going to go on the other branching off paths first. This path leads to the stables, which we don't have any mobs in here, but they're stables. We have some hay for the animals, some water for the animals. That water is really expensive. It cost me a diamond to make 8 of them. So I had to go mining for some diamonds. That's what that strip mine was mostly for. So then this down here leads to some docks. And then the whole idea behind this dock area is maybe the farmer used it to ship off loot and stuff. I may want to build a ship here floating in the void. But the idea is that this area is being ripped off because the poly world is a bunch of worlds put together. So maybe the idea is that all these worlds got like rifted. Excuse my Fortnite terms here. They all got rifted into this area, and they all got smashed together, and the docks got kind of voided and destroyed, and the edges are all messed up and floating away now. That's just kind of the idea. Like, this house was originally in water, but obviously that water is gone now because this is cut off, and we have the glass wall leading into the floating islands part of the world. But this is just like a little outpost fisherman hut thing, which I think is pretty cozy. It's pretty nice. We have this nice blue bed right here that I made from my leftover blue wool from making the water. Some storage chests, and it's just a nice cozy little hut on the water. Void. Excuse my vocabulary. I am a little sick right now, so if my voice sounds off, that is why. But if we come back here to the intersecting paths, we'll go up there, save the best for last. But this way leads to a kind of spur of the moment build because same with that fisherman hut, that was a spur of the moment. That wasn't on the plans for today, but I felt like I wanted more. Obviously, we have the Indev house right here, but I wanted to build some more things because I felt like this area didn't have enough, so I built this silo. And the actual entrance to it is up above because I wanted to make it so like it looks like there's grain in there. So I'll show you once I get up there. This under area I like things like this. I like Minecrafty things like this. Like we have the hobbit hole in here. We have all the chests and it's really crappy bed actually. I should probably put some pillows in here so it doesn't look as bad. There we go. That looks better. We have this water pipe which goes up to the farm, waters all the crops. I like building water pipes. It is something I really enjoy doing for some odd reason. I don't know where it started. Actually, I do know where it started. It started in a different iteration of Through the Ages, but this water comes through here and flows through here and waters all of the crops. Of course, I have glass stopping it from flooding this whole area. So in order to make this work, there is a water source block right here, which I just threw away a stack of iron for, along with other unobtainables I used throughout this part of playing this episode. Yeah, throughout this episode I did use some unobtainables like fire to make chainmail armor. I used sponges to make collecting gravel and sand easier, and I used the water spawner, which I threw away iron in exchange for how many I used. This path leads to the silo, and we have lots of grain in here, and this is all filled to the bottom, and I crafted all this because I ended up having a bunch of leftover wool at the end, and so I just use it up there. Then obviously we have the barn, but the interior is a little different now. We have a second floor and it's more fleshed out. Obviously we have the piggy area still, but we have some furnaces, crafting table, a random chest right here, and then the upstairs. Up here, mostly storage loft, and that window. But this window I actually turned into a balcony because I felt like a balcony would be nice for this area. And so you can look out on the land that is cut off. There's usually more, but I could not make it fit in the poly world. So you just look off at what once was. And then finally we have the smoke shack with some furnaces and this chimney leading out, having all the smoke come out. I don't know why I really like smoke shacks. I think it stuck with me from reading Charlotte's Web as a kid, and they're like, oh, you're gonna be sent to the smoke shack. They're gonna cook you up and eat you. And that that stuck with me. And so I like smoke shacks, so I decided to build one when I was trying to come up with more things to build. I was originally gonna build more crop fields, but I think this one, it serves a purpose. It serves a crop field. I don't think we really need more. I originally wanted to fill out this whole area, but I'd rather have more builds. I think having more builds makes more sense. And then one last final little thing is we have this water leading out here to the ocean, just because I really like building waterways. It is really fun to me, like waterways, rivers, waterfalls, things like that. I just love building. So everyone, that is the end of this episode of Minecraft Through the Ages. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. I tried to make this episode more laid back, more relaxed, just us building and surviving, and building up this farm completely in survival, which I usually don't do in this series. I usually cheat items in, which this has been fun. I've really enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Minecraft Through the Ages. Like the video if you liked it. Comment if you have any questions or want to comment anything. Join the Discord if you feel like it. And I will see all of you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone. So this is not, as you can see, obviously, the normal outro to these videos, but I can't really do a normal outro. I also don't have the time to do the regular time-lapse outro because tomorrow, going on a hotel, and then in the morning, I'm going to the airport, and I'm getting on a plane, and I'm leaving for Navy boot camp. So I'm out of time, and I have stuff to do today. I'm saying goodbye to my family and stuff like that. I gotta finish packing and things along those lines. So I'm joining the Navy. You're asking yourself, why on earth would you join the military? Now, if you're not too aware of military life and how it is, it's honestly kind of great for me. It's everything I want. It has that aspect of pushing yourself. You have great benefits. They kind of take care of you. You don't have to worry about it. You don't really know what you want to do with your life. The military is a pretty good option on where to go if you don't want to go to college. College has never been for me. School has never been for me. I've always hated school. And senior year, I just knew I wanted to join the military. I just slowly over time, just more and more, I was like, wow, this option is looking more and more viable to me. And I started looking more into the lifestyle, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna join one day. And that time has come in a couple days. Am I nervous? Yes, obviously I'm nervous. And I miss my friends and family. But I'm really excited to join, and I'm really happy with the job I got, and it's going to help secure me and my future and everything I want to do with my life, and help me start a family and buy a house and all those kinds of things. I'm going to try to answer a couple random questions right now. Like, why did I pick the Navy? I actually picked Marines first. I got denied due to a medical condition. Went to the Air Force because I heard they're more lenient on medical things. Got denied from them too. And then finally, a Navy recruiter contacted me. He heard my situation and he got me in within a week, which was insane because I've been trying to get in for over a year. And then a week later, I went to MEPS. I swore in, and here I am today. My shipment date is coming up. It is this Thursday. I'm currently recording this on Tuesday. And today, I'm going to finish packing, bring all my stuff to my girlfriend's house. I'm going to hang out with her and say goodbye to her. And then Wednesday night, I'm going to a hotel. And then Thursday, I'm hopping on a plane. And I'm really going, and that's it. This series and this channel is not new to long breaks in between episodes. I am not good at uploading consistently. I think everyone knows that. And I really want it to not be like that, but I have really bad procrastination and commitment issues to things. And I just really suck at uploading. I really wanted to do more, and I wanted to get better at it this year, but then me joining the military happened, and obviously that's more important than just some random YouTube channel I work on in my free time. Would I love for this to be a viable thing that I do every single day and make money off of? Yeah, obviously, I fucking love making YouTube videos, but I would have to lock in, so to say, if I were to do that, and I'm really bad at locking in. And I really want to lock in on YouTube, but now I'm joining the military and I can't really do that. Hello, piggies. So, obviously, I'm going to keep working on this when I get the time. And in the military, once I get out of boot camp, I will have time because I'm going to be in schooling for a year. So, for a whole year, I will have off time. Lots of off time, actually. Schooling is just... You go to school and do trainings for 8 hours a day, and then you have the rest of the day off, and you have weekends off, so just a basic 9 to 5. So I'll have tons of time to work on this channel within that year, but obviously I have boot camp to deal with first, which is 9 weeks of boot camp. I think everyone knows what boot camp is. One of my goals, which I did not achieve, was beating Indev before... Well, finishing Indev before I left, which I did not do, as you guys can tell. I have more stuff I want to do with this world. And I know you guys want me to update to Indev, and I really want to too. I really would love to update to Indev because the game starts to get really cool, and we have infinite generation, we get to explore terrain and weird bugs. Like, this version isn't really that buggy, we get to just explore cool things, and... the world will feel more connected. This world obviously is connected, but it's all very little isolated areas. Like, each one you can tell is so different from the last. Now, I can't really think of much more to say. But I hope you guys stick around and watch my journey and keep watching a series as I continue. I will upload more in the future. I hope you guys know that. Man, I forgot I have this big sunroof in here. But this series will not end. I want to make that clear. I never want this series to end. I love this series. And I want this world to keep growing and getting bigger. And I hope you guys will stick around to see that through. I will see you guys in a couple months. Goodbye, everyone.